Hey guys, I'm Lizzy Rees. I'm here with Ryan Barnes and we're looking at the new Origin today. We're going to be throwing it with the out-of-box finish, and then later on we're going to hit it with surface, see how it compares, and then repolish it up. So why don't we go ahead and throw a shot.
All right, we're going on 46 feet, 12 to 1, shiny Asym. I'm standing about 27, look at about 17, 18. See how it looks.
Good shots. What do we think about that ball reaction?
I mean, ball reaction is pretty good. It struck every time, but it's getting a little bit behind the head pin, so yeah.
So do you think maybe some surface would help with that? Get it to read a little sooner?
Yeah, I think probably 2000 would be good.
2000? Got 2000 pad right here.
Oh, very nice, very nice.
I'm prepared.
All right, so we're gonna hit with a little bit 2000. Obviously, it's getting a little bit behind the head pin. We want to see a little bit earlier, see the mid lane a little better. And yeah, let's see how it looks. I'm gonna move one because I think it's gonna pick up a little bit earlier.
Really good. Woo. Okay, so what did we see with the surface added on the
So
ball?
with the surface, it definitely saw the front part, the front to back way better. It reads the front way better and continues way better to the mid lane. I mean, it didn't get behind the head pin at all.
Yeah,
so
it's just a good sign.
I had to move a couple left though, which is not necessarily a bad thing. It's just
yeah. So with the surface, now that you've broken down the pattern a little bit, is it starting to burn up? Is it still, are you still able to chase it left?
Yeah, you could probably chase it a little bit further left, but I bet it would be way better if it was shining back there.
Okay, maybe let's go and put some Power Edge finish back on the ball, see what it does.
All right.
Hi, Chad.
Hi, Lizzy.
So this is Ryan's ball. We put 2000 on it from its out-of-box finish, and we want to get it back to Power Edge.
Okay.
So can you show us how to do that?
Sure, I would love to show you how to do that on my ball spinner.
Perfect.
So you could do this at home. You'll need a few things. You need a 500 grit pad, you need a 1000 grit pad. You also need Power Edge, of course. And then Reactive clean.
Okay.
So we're going to start with our 500 grit pad.
Okay.
Water bottle. It's always important. I like to use, personally, everyone's different. I like to use a lot of water because it keeps my cutting medium clean. So I'm leaning on it pretty hard, and I'm kind of counting down in my head about 30 seconds.
Okay.
So I'm trying to cut really, really, really deep into the ball and create a nice base surface texture.
Okay.
So as we move up in our grits, 1000 to straight to Power Edge after that, we're just kind of rounding off the tops without smoothing it out too much.
Yeah, for sure.
If that makes sense. So after about 30 seconds is good, I'm going to flip the ball 180 degrees so his fingers were straight up, now they're straight down. Get it going again. Again, lots of water. I can spray my pad, then wring it out so you can see all the gunk that's coming out. So now it's going to cut a lot better into the ball.
Sure.
So now I'm going to count down about 30 seconds again. Lots of pressure.
Why do we start at 500?
If you go any lower than 500, like 360, now you're just kind of cutting the ball without really sanding the ball.
For sure.
And you're going to leave a lot of deep lines in the ball that you don't want to be there. There's some really thick abrasives on the 360 grit pads. So they kind of score the ball and scratch it instead of sand it, which you don't really want.
For sure.
So now, in our 4-side system. You can see the vertical kind of lines from our top half and bottom half. Now I'm going to flip that 90 degrees so it's straight up and down.
Perfect. And you need 1,000 next, correct?
No, I'm going to keep going 500.
Keep going 500.
On 4 sides.
All 4 sides.
All 4 sides.
So we're using the 1,000. Do you apply the same pressure with the 1,000 as you do the 500?
I do not. I actually go about half the time and half the pressure. If
Okay.
you go too hard or too long, you're going to smooth out all that texture you just created with your 500 grit. So that's where it's kind of a balance. It's not really it's more of an art.
Then a science, right?
A wise man once told me it's more of an art than more of a science.
Interesting. Sounds
He probably
smart
wears
guy.
glasses.
Probably. Sounds like a smart guy.
We at Storm Products manufacture the highest quality aftermarket products, which include those polishes such as Power Edge. And I can assure you, with a mindset of an artist, you can go on the ball spinner and create the exact same surface prep that you had when you got it from the factory.
Now that she clean, Power Edge.
Power Edge.
Now again, different people use different techniques, so you can imagine they use different things to polish their balls with as well. I prefer cloths that are really, really thin.
Okay.
I would used to cut up like old t-shirts because that material on the sleeve is really thin. These microfiber towels, like these, you can see what it does. All that nice abrasive gets stuck in there and kind of caked up, and then when that happens, it doesn't get into the ball as well as it can or
Right,
should.
for
So
sure.
I prefer this because it doesn't gunk up, and it applies what you're using to the ball better than something like those microfiber cloths do.
Okay.
So I kind of just spread it around. You can start with more than what you may normally use because you could always spread it around the rest of the ball later.
Right. Yeah.
So you could start with an amount like that. It just kind of covers the palm of your hand, just squirt it around. So you could spread it around evenly across the ball. And then we could always use the excess later.
Yeah, add more.
But we kind of get a feel for it and dial in how much you need to use and how much pressure you need to apply to get the shine that you want.
Okay.
You can use water on this, it's totally fine.
Are you putting a decent amount of pressure on right now?
I am. I can feel the heat coming through the towel onto
Okay.
my palm. And the hotter that gets, the deeper it gets into the pores of the ball as they open up.
Okay.
The hotter the ball gets, the ball so it's kind of getting a little softer, so it's getting in the grooves and
Really
then,
well.
Yeah, really well into the ball. So early on, it's cutting. It's kind of getting out some of those deeper lines that the 500 and the 1000 may have left. And after it, for not too long, you can already see that without too much time, I've already brought it up to a pretty high
Right. it's already
luster.
pretty
It was probably,
shiny.
what, 20 seconds?
Yeah.
And I wasn't applying that much pressure, not nearly as much as I was on the 500.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a good start. I have plenty left over in my rag. So now I'm just going to flip it over 180 degrees and do the same thing to the other side. Spray a little water. My hand's getting a little warm, but you could take it as hot as you want to. And the hotter it gets, the deeper it gets into the ball.
So that
you
just means more shiny, yeah?
yeah, more shiny. More shiny, less RA. So straighter through the fronts and more flip down in. So you can see the amount that I'm using now is it's about half than what I just used before. So now I could start to use less and less and build it up to the luster that I want it to be at. All right, so now you can see after about a minute of polishing on just two sides, it's pretty shiny all around.
Yeah.
Didn't take a lot of time or a heck of a lot of polish either. So for the last step, you kind of want to get off the excess, so you can use your cleaning rag, spray on some Reactive clean on the rag, on the ball, as much as you need, because there can be some of that polish kind of caked in the pores. And it's kind of evident in the grooves of the polish. You can see how it just kind of collects. So
Right.
this will help get off the excess and get it back to that super tacky feel that really gives you that big back end that we all know and love. So just a couple sides, just clean it up.
Perfect.
And that is one shiny,
Yeah.
squeaky clean ball.
Looks perfect.
All right, tell Ryan
Thank
I
you
said
very
good
much.
luck. Come back and see us anytime.
All right. Let's go throw some shots. Messenger. Okay, so we brought it back with the Power Edge finish. What did you think of those 5 shots? Did you move? How did it play?
So originally we started with the Power Edge finish. Looks really good. It was a little behind the head pin. We went to 2000 surface, picked up the mid lane really good. Lanes burned up a little bit, started to slow down in the front. Went back to the Power Edge finish, and now it gets to the front good, continues really nicely. I mean, really excited about this one.
Looks good. Anyway, that's all we got for you.
Thanks for watching.
Woohoo!